History usually tells us that Rome became great because it had the strongest armies. But what if that's not the full truth? What if Rome's greatest enemy wasn't defeated on the battlefield, but inside markets, ports, and trade routes? Nearly 2,300 years ago, there was a city that challenged Rome without conquering land. A city that believed wealth was more powerful than swords. Its name was Carthage, and for a long time, Rome feared Carthage not because of its soldiers, but because of its economic system. Today, we explore how Carthage almost defeated Rome, using trade, money, and economic dominance, and why Rome ultimately chose destruction over competition. Part 1. The Rise of Carthage. Carthage was founded around 8 BC by Phoenician traders from Tyre. Was founded around 8 BC by Phoenician traders from Tyre. Unlike Rome, Carthage was never built as a military empire. It was built as a commercial empire. Carthage sat at a perfect location in North Africa, modern-day Tunisia, right in the center of Mediterranean trade routes. Instead of conquering land, Carthage controlled ports. Instead of taxing farmers, it taxed commerce: gold, silver, grain, timber, wine, spices. Everything that moved across the Mediterranean eventually passed through Carthaginian hands. Carthage did not believe in owning territory. It believed in owning access, and that made it rich. Very rich. By the 4th century BC, Carthage had trading posts in Spain, Sicily, Sardinia, North Africa, even parts of the Atlantic coast. Carthage didn't rule these places directly. It controlled their economies. Part 2. Carthage versus Rome. Two systems. Rome and Carthage represented two completely different civilizations. Rome believed in land ownership, citizen armies, expansion through conquest. Carthage believed in trade networks, professional merchants, expansion through contracts. Rome measured power in territory. Carthage measured power in cash flow. Rome trained citizens to fight. Carthage hired soldiers, mercenaries funded by trade profits. And this scared Rome, because Carthage proved something dangerous. You could become powerful without conquering land. You could dominate the world without ruling it. Carthage's navy protected trade routes, not borders. Its ships were faster, larger, and more advanced than Rome's early fleets. For decades, Rome depended on land. Carthage controlled the sea, and in the ancient world, the sea meant money. Part 3. The First Economic War. When Rome and Carthage finally clashed in the Punic Wars, the real conflict wasn't ideology. It was economic survival. Sicily, a grain-rich island, became the center of the struggle. Whoever controlled Sicily controlled food supply, and food meant political power. Carthage already dominated Sicily through trade agreements. Rome wanted direct control. Rome didn't yet understand naval warfare, but it copied Carthaginian ship designs. It learned fast. The First Punic War wasn't won by genius strategy. It was won by Rome's ability to absorb losses. Rome could lose ships, soldiers, and money and still continue. Carthage couldn't, because Carthage's economy was efficient but fragile. Trade depends on stability. War destroys stability. Rome was willing to burn money to win. Carthage was not. That difference would change history. Part 4. Hannibal, the last threat. Then came Hannibal Barca, a general who almost destroyed Rome itself. Hannibal crossed the Alps with elephants, one of the most daring military maneuvers in history. He crushed Roman armies repeatedly, but even Hannibal could not defeat Rome economically. Rome refused to surrender. It kept taxing land, raising armies, replacing losses. Carthage, meanwhile, hesitated. Its merchant elites feared risk. They feared disrupting trade. They feared funding a war that might fail. Rome was fighting for survival. Carthage was protecting profit, and survival always beats profit. Part 5. Why Rome destroyed Carthage. After the wars ended, Carthage was no longer a military threat, but it was still wealthy, still trading, still growing. And Rome couldn't accept that. Rome realized something terrifying. Even defeat, Carthage could rise again. Not through armies, but through economics. So Rome made a decision. In 146 BC, Rome completely destroyed Carthage. The city was burned. Its people were enslaved. Its economy erased. Not because Carthage attacked Rome again, but because Rome could not compete with it peacefully. This wasn't a military execution. It was an economic execution. Conclusion: the lesson. Carthage teaches us a powerful lesson. Wealth can rival empires. Trade can threaten armies. Economics can be more dangerous than war. Rome didn't defeat Carthage because it was smarter. It defeated Carthage because it was willing to destroy what it couldn't control. And even today, the world still follows this rule. When economic power threatens political power, conflict becomes inevitable. History didn't just choose Rome. It eliminated the alternative. I think you all have understood everything. Subscribe for more such videos, and don't forget to like and comment. See you in the next video.